Background: I have a friend who's either schizophrenic or life has chosen her to be chased by paranormal. I don't consider myself to believe in paranormal just as thought by general public. I've had some experiences, just like the one I'm about to tell, which happened with her, but nothing compared to the ones told here, or the ones that she told me, so I'll just say that there are a lot of things that we don't understand. But anyways, call me a fag, a dreamer, a visionary. Whatever. What follows is the most accurate to the most paranormal experience I've ever had. Be me, 24 years old, I'm 25 now. A casual gathering in my friends, described above, house, let's call her Lulu, another male friend, call him Louis, and a female cousin, call her Blondie, who is, or was, a friend of Lulu, too. Shit starts normal when we arrived. Louis and I got there first. I've never visited Lulu's house before, so it was a bit scary because of her background paranormal activity. She welcomed us and the first thing she tells us is that if we see a kid in the house we shouldn't feel scared, unless we have bad intentions. I think, what the fuck? Is she okay? Whatever. She's a friend, I won't pay attention to that. Having a friendship for more than 2 years helped to get along with this new shit. Normal stuff, just talking about random shit. Lulu's telling us about her house and stuff. Her house is like this: front door, stairs to the right, studio with outdoor on the left and back, forward through the door there's a bathroom on the right, dining room, on the right from it, it's the kitchen, and forward from the dining room there's a crystal door that leads to a kind of backyard with a storage room on the right. She told us again that if we see a kid in the back just ignore it and we'll be okay, whatever. After a while, my cousin arrived and this is when shit started to get fucking awkward. They all three started to talk about spooky stuff. Like the little faggot I am, I just listened carefully, cause I didn't have any interesting stories. I realized my cousin was a very receptive person and she frequented witches to read her tarot and stuff. She told us that in one of her visits to the witch, she told her spirits or some kind of stuff were attracted to her, and that's why she would perceive a lot of paranormal activity. She started to make fun of that, and after a while she was laughing about it. I found it really strange, because I hadn't known that part of my cousin. By then, I noticed Lulu had been staring at Blondie the whole time, with a reproachful look. Like she didn't approve what she was talking about. That's when I felt it. Suddenly, I started to feel this buzzing on the left side of my body. We were at the dining table, Blondie on my left side, Louie in front of her and Lulu in front of me. It felt like time had stopped, like there were no sound coming in or out from the house. At first, I thought it was just my imagination. That somehow I had just somatized the whole thing. After an hour or so feeling that sensation in my body I couldn't keep it to myself and had to tell them about it. Right after the second I said it, Louis said he felt the same way at his feet. I told him to let me change places, which he hardly agreed to. We tried to talk about some other stuff, but every time we changed the subject, rocks would be thrown at the storage room in the backyard. The cats Lulu's own would moan harder until just one of them stayed indoors and would constantly rub himself against my legs. When we arrived it was about 9 p.m. At this point it was almost 1 a.m. I had to pee at some point. I left the door open because I was scared shitless. I peed as fast as I could and washed my hands. I swear to God, I fucking remember closing the water faucet very clearly, got out of the bathroom almost running and returned to where Louis had been sat before. After a while, the water in the lavatory started to run again, cause we started to hear the water stream. I didn't fucking believe it, so I went to check, and confirmed that the stream was active again. Short after that, Lulu started to behave like if nothing of this was happening. The strangest thing of all was that neither Louis or I, or even Lulu were trying to get out from the house. I felt like I couldn't leave that place, like there was nowhere else to go. I know that could be because I am a scared shitless new fag to paranormal stuff at the time, but after all that happened, Louis told me he felt the exact same way, and let me tell you, that guy have had a lot of shit happening to him in the past, and confessed to me that he never felt so imprisoned before that night. Lulu tried to get us all to calm down, prepared some food, but weird noises kept going on, shadows passing along the windows or the backyard. But the most constant feeling was that buzzing. It never stopped since it began. More of that, it kept growing through all my body. So you can understand what kind of feeling it was. Imagine an arm numbed after sleeping on it, and when it starts to feel sensation again, that kind of shit. But the weirdest thing was that it felt stronger when I was around Blondie, my cousin. She seemed pretty fine, like none of this was unsettling her. We all noticed that. We had no choice but to wait until the noises and the cats returned, at least that was what Lulu told us. Needless to say, I would do exactly what she would told us. We waited until like 4 a.m., and then we gradually started to recover, and the buzzing started to wear off. By the time I felt I could get out from the house, I was exhausted. Like I had worked for the last 24 hours straight. I just wanted to get to a bed and sleep. I dropped Blondie at her house, then told Louis the first wouldn't sleep alone that night for no reason. He told me the same thing. We slept in the same bed that night. We were just too fucking scared and tired that we didn't care how gay that would look when we explained that night to our girlfriends. I'm sorry for the bad writing or the story. I'm too tired by now, and it's hard to remember the details since I unintentionally blocked some parts out from that night. I just know I don't want to feel that buzzing again.